Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to Lynn and Scott in the Philippines.
Yes, good evening, guys. How's everybody?
Are you sure? Positive. Anyway, we just thought we would have a sit down talk and talk about coming up on 3 months for me.
Yeah, March,
Alright.
April.
So April, May, June. So coming up on 3 months, June 3rd will be 3 months.
Wow. Is that long you stay here in the Philippines?
No, I don't know.
Or
I don't.
what
I
do you
don't
think?
know. For me, it's good, but I mean, I don't know everything because I don't try everything. So I haven't really traveled in the Philippines. We've done some bus traveling
Mm-hmm.
and some traveling on trikes, but I haven't tried a jeepney. I don't know if I ever will try a jeepney just because I got the bad hand, and sometimes I see those jeepneys moving as you're jumping in and jumping out.
Mm-hmm.
But
We
probably
try, but
we'll try
didn't
maybe. I'm
work.
sure, but we haven't tried the jeepney yet. But no, we'll just, since I've been here, I've realized everybody does videos about city girls, province girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, who do you want to date? City girl, province girls.
Mm-hmm.
What about village girls? There's a
Village.
third. There's a third option, right? So where we live what's called a village, St. Joseph Village.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's three options. You got city, village, and province. The village is in between province and city. You have a little bit of the city, you have shopping and stuff that isn't very far from you. You live in house to house, like in the city. But you also have province, part of province to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have some still have open kitchens, what are called dirty kitchens or whatever they're called. Maybe they have a roof over it. Maybe they put no ceiling and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Some have bathrooms that have flush toilets, and some still have the squatter. What they call them, squatter toilets or something
Yeah, something
and stuff. So
like a province
to
toilet.
me, from what I understand, I've never lived in a province. I've never lived in a city. I've only been here. I've been in St. Joseph 9 and St. Joseph 10, and I enjoy it so far.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like what I like. I like a little bit of city stuff where we can do our shopping. It might not be the biggest shopping store. It might not be the biggest grocery store like you get in the city, but it's more than what you get in the province where you have to travel from your house into town. So I kind of like it. And so far we're going to stay as far as we're moving in a couple weeks or whatever, 3-4 weeks, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't decided yet. It's back and forth. Depends how you listen to. Listen to her because she'll always win. But
So we win.
so far I really enjoy the village living. I really do. I mean, at first I was like, wow, these houses are all connected. You're going to hear your neighbor talking and everything else, but you really don't.
Before when we are on LDR, you said it's hard to stay like this kind of house because what called that one? Like that. It's one whole one wall.
They're all connected all the way up and down the
connected.
street, side to side and back to back.
Yeah.
And I thought, man, I don't know if I like that because I don't want to hear my neighbors and I don't want my neighbors to hear me.
Yeah.
But I don't hear our neighbors unless we're in the kitchen. We hear our neighbors in the back.
Because if open your neighbors,
Right.
like
we
my
have
kitchen.
we have an open ceiling kitchen. So
Yeah, my
there's
kitchen.
a roof but no ceiling.
My kitchen is not yet totally finished, so
Right.
that's why. So, but it depends also the character of your neighbors because some neighbors are like always yelling like that. It depends also.
But yeah, and some neighbors are always doing karaoke, but we don't have that problem, at least where we're living here.
Yeah.
When we were at the Airbnb, we didn't have that problem. There was somebody down the street, but I think it was like a 2-day party they were having.
Yeah, if they're
And it wasn't really that noisy. It was noisy if you were outside, but inside the house you didn't really hear it that bad.
Yeah.
So we've been lucky so far. we're moving back over to Village 9. And it looks like we're the house we're going to be renting.
Looks like
Looks like it's going to be pretty quiet.
quiet.
So the parking really sucks. Just to warn, if anybody's coming over here, if you're going to stay in the village, the parking sucks. So if you plan on renting a car,
Some are investigate if you're planning to have a. That's what I heard because I don't have a car. But they said I heard my neighbor. If you buy a car, they investigate also your house if they have a parking area, something like that.
well, yeah, that's see, like I didn't realize that here because we don't have a vehicle. We just bought an e-bike. It's a long e-bike, but I didn't realize it here because we didn't have a vehicle. But even here, she just told me this the other day. So you park on this side halfway up, and then the other half is on the other side of the street.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is here, like in the States, we have that in certain areas. It depends on where you live, what state and everything you live in. I've seen it. But everybody gets to park wherever they can or whatever. I guess you probably get a parking spot, but you park in front of other people's houses. Not over here.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah, you can have a
If you
trouble.
live on the other side of the street where the parking is, you can't park in front of somebody's house.
Yeah.
You're going to be in trouble. So you have to find the clubhouse and see if they got parking. Where we're moving, our clubhouse here is right down the street,
Mhm.
but we're moving back to 9. It's a really small clubhouse, so they don't have parking right at the clubhouse, but they have parking. They have a fenced-in area uh, down the road, and they charge 600 pesos a month to park there.
Mm-hmm.
And from our house, it's about what, a 5-minute walk,
Yeah.
to that parking. And having an e-bike, it's just wrapped in plastic, and people are going to steal the batteries. So we had to make adjustments to the rental house so we could park up on the, in the rental house. But yeah, so that's that's a little bit of a pain in the butt. I talked to another guy that's from the United States, and he said the same thing. But he's got a motorbike; he can park it in front of his house. So if you got a motorbike, if you got a little bit of a sidewalk in front of your house, you can park up on the sidewalk as long as you're out of the street, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, but he also has a car, so he has to park his car, 10-minute walk. So it depends on if you want to pay that 600 pesos a month to park it in that fenced-in area, if you just want to try and find a parking spot and get away with it, right?
Yeah.
Sounds like what he's doing. So if you're coming to a village to stay, be prepared for that. They're going to have street parking. Not allowed on one side, only allowed on the other. So you need to find that out. That might be an option that you want to look into. Maybe
Or
not.
your house,
Yeah, if your house has a garage or something where you can park up in there, then that's great.
Yeah.
That works out good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, our house, we have room to park our e-bike, like where the store is in this house. We can park our e-bike in there. The problem is it's too wide to get into the walking gate.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to make provisions and make a bigger gate and stuff, so we can park our e-bike in here. And so that's an added expense we weren't figuring on, but it's something we don't have a choice to do. I mean, we don't want to park our bike too far away from the house or anything because somebody will steal the batteries out of it for sure.
Yeah, it's hard.
But I really like village living. Like I said, I've never done the province living. From watching other people that live in the province, which if you're from the States, province is country living.
Mm-hmm.
But country living here is, a lot of times no running water, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times.
That's province as in province. Yeah.
Province is what?
This one is.
What do you expect if you live in the province?
Of course, you don't have running water, or sometimes, or you can put your own water through electricity, something like that. I don't know what's called that one.
But they're getting more and more electricity out there for the province.
Yeah, so little by little they improve also.
And plus getting better Wi-Fi and stuff, I think. Out there.
They have already a Wi-Fi also there.
Right. So province living is getting better.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the village because I don't like city living. I'm not a big fan of big cities, especially like
city,
Manila.
very crowded.
Right.
Like
It's just too much traffic.
every day.
Well, I've been here almost 3 months, And I told her, I said, I haven't heard one siren since we've been living here in the village. I haven't heard an ambulance, cop car, nothing like that. But when we go up to Makati or over to Des Marinas, you hear sirens every time we're over there. So,
Mm-hmm.
uh, to me, I like the village. I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's right for everybody, but it's in between province and in between city living.
It's nice
Some
to
it
stay in the village, yeah,
yeah.
like this, because the people here is everywhere also come from. But when they living in the province, only a village, like example, this in our village, when we are first time came here, some of my neighbors that they like do karaoke, having what call that, drink alcohol late night, and then like, so really crowded, talking, having something like that. But later on, because some of the neighbor is quiet only like that, like they shy already to make another noisy because some of your neighbor is quiet, something like that. So they like they respect, so instead they do karaoke in late night, so they adjust, and later on they adapt the what's that, the nature here in the village. That's why most of here, like here, my neighbor, they have their own karaoke. But later on, they do karaoke, but later on, because some neighbors are quiet and not noisy, so they adjust their limit, their
Well,
limit,
from what I see, like us,
limit.
the group of houses right here where we're next to, we all know each other,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah,
we're all kind of friends with each other and stuff.
yeah. I'm
And then you go
living.
down the street, and that group of houses, they're friends with each other because they're all with each other all the time and stuff
Yeah,
like that. It's not really the whole street. Lynn knows the whole street because she's been here 14 years. But most of the people that you're close with are next door or a couple of
yeah.
houses down and stuff.
Not like the other state.
Right.
Yes, no. I mean, like
And so
that.
you try not to disturb your neighbor, which is your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, if somebody's having a party, it's not a big deal. As long as it's just a one night thing.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they're loud, noisy, and stuff, it's just one of those things. It's a birthday party or something like that. Not a big deal for one night, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You can deal with it for one night. It's not something that happens every day or something.
yeah,
So I mean, I just wanted to bring that up because I've been watching YouTube videos of Philippines for a couple of few years now, and that's all everybody talks about: city girl or province girl. Well, there's a third option: village girl, right?
yeah.
I
Village.
mean, they call it village girl.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I've seen around here, everybody's really nice in the village. You have some that dress up nicely when they go to work, and some that don't.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. It's in between the city and the province. You have a little bit of both here. I enjoy it. The traffic is pretty quiet. You're not going to get fast cars on your road because the roads that run through the village here are very narrow. So they got to take their time going up the road as it is, right? Because
mm-hmm.
if you go too fast, you're going to hit something, either a car or a bike, a
Yeah,
kid, a dog or a cat or something. So you don't have to worry about that like in the states. Even if in the states, if you're on a side street, zoom, cars are still flying by you.
yeah,
You don't get that much here. Maybe on the main side street up here a little bit, but the
yeah,
cars don't go very fast. The bikes still go pretty quick, but you don't see the cars driving very fast around
mm-hmm.
here. So to me, it's been enjoyable since I've been here. Where we're
Yeah,
moving back over to 9, it was nice because I was there for a month, so I know that area. It's only just not very far from where I stayed when I first got here. So I
yeah,
know the area. I know what little stores we can use and stuff like that. So
mm-hmm.
I'm happy that we're staying in one of the villages anyway. I kind of am.
Yeah,
We looked at other places. We thought about looking at houses in other cities. Right now, we're going to stay here in the village, and I'm glad we are. And I met a couple foreigners here
mm-hmm.
that are told me they like it here too. So
Yeah,
just depends on what everybody's a little different. So when you're coming over here, look in the expats groups. I can't give you a whole lot of information because I don't really travel much since I've been here, right? You know, me and Lynn are just getting our life together with each other. We like to travel a little bit, but we've had just stuff going on that we're trying to still know each other. We've only been together 3 months in person.
Yeah.
So, as far as traveling, going to the beach and stuff, I'm not a swimmer. Lynn's not a swimmer. Um, Maybe we'll go to the water park in San Pedro and take the kids one day before they go back to school, stuff like that. But neither one of us, I mean, we both
Mm-hmm.
not lazy, but we're not hikers, we're not swimmers, we're not, stuff like that, are we? No, I think we're more homebodies than anything. So, um, but we're still learning each other. So, to me, if you're coming over here as a single person, yeah, go travel around the Philippines, of course, right?
Yeah.
Hit as many islands as you can, or as you can,
Yeah. So
and
that's
visit
it.
places. Uh, right now, we're just trying to settle in with each other and make sure this is the right process for both of us. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I just wanted to bring up that there's a third option: city, village, and then province. And like I said, village is in between, it's a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, like if we need to go get something done with lawyers or anything like that, we have to go into the city, San Pedro, or go, my immigration. We have Santa Rosa
Mm-hmm.
and Makati, which we went to. Makati's easier for us because you can take a bus up there and then take a cab over there real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Where Santa Rosa, you take a bus a little ways, then you got to take jeepneys, and I still am not uh, a person that wants to get on the jeepney yet. So
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll go to Santa Rosa for the next extension or just back up to Makati.
Yeah. Riding and
It was
jeep.
pretty quick in the Makati to get the extension done. So, and plus we go up to Makati. Last time we went up there to get my ACR card, and then we went over to Mall of Asia, and we went to another
Clara.
outdoor mall. And so there's things to do up there. So if you're gonna have time, it's a nice place to go, and there's a lot of other places up there. So
Yeah.
I think next trip up there, we'll go someplace else after we go file for my extension and stuff, because it doesn't take long if you got all your paperwork right handy for them. If you got your ID uh, photo, or what do you call it, photocopied and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you hand it to them, and it doesn't take long. I think the second extension took a little bit longer just because I had to fill out paperwork for ACR
Yeah.
card, but I think it was like what 10, 15 minutes. We
Yeah.
ran out
Only
of
like that.
you know.
And
So,
only you can was that take hours? Take minutes. Is like you filled up the form.
but I'm not somebody. I don't. Yes, a car would come in handy for doing all that, but only going up there every 2 months. So
Mm-hmm.
take the bus, and then we spend a day up around Makati, someplace, going sightseeing and stuff, and then take the bus back. It's reasonably cheap. It's 77 pesos for each of us on the way
Yeah.
up one way, and
One way.
77 coming back. We spent 154 pesos,
Mm-hmm.
which is nothing, in American money. So um, I don't have to drive into traffic. I don't have to figure out where to park, because that, to me, that's the big issue, is where to park.
Yeah.
They
Mostly.
yeah, they build all these places, but they didn't build any parking. Or you got to park a half mile down the road or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. That's, to me, that's a big issue right there too. So I mean, it's just a video talking about what I've learned in the 3 months I've been here.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy being in the village. I have never lived in the province, but she grew up in the province in Bohol,
Yeah.
so she has talked to me about it somewhat. I don't think it's as bad as it was when you were a kid. Things are better as far as Wi-Fi, electricity,
Mm-hmm.
probably being able to get to stuff easier than you did when you were a kid, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, but
See you.
in the city life, I don't drink. I don't need bars on every corner. I don't. So for me, I don't. I mean, it's like talking about malls here. Oh, you got to go see Mall of Asia. Well, I went and saw Mall of Asia. It's another mall. It has stores and restaurants in it. That's the way I look at malls. They have stores, restaurants, and bars in them. I don't need to buy anything. I don't need to be there. 'Cause I don't eat fancy food or nothing either. So for me, city life is not ideal.
Mm-hmm.
The guys I have talked to here, what they love about the village living is it's relaxed and it's pretty relaxed. You can get some things done. Your oil changes done on your motorbikes and stuff like that. They got all that here. They're smaller, of course,
Mm-hmm.
smaller garages, smaller stores and stuff than you get in a big city. But if you need something major, you can head over from here. Or we can head over to San Pedro proper
Mm-hmm.
and get stuff. So it's just a more relaxed atmosphere in the village here, and I enjoy it very much.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, me too.
What do you
It's
like better? You like the city, the village, or the province?
the province.
You like the province better?
Of course,
Why?
because I've been in province.
Well, what do you like about the province over the village?
The province is especially in my province, like you didn't hurry everything. Here you didn't stop working because the electricity always continue. You know, the water bill, and when you buy food is continuous. But in a province, sometimes you didn't use the electricity, and then the food, yeah, the food is very far. But if you have some little garden in your near in your house, something like that, not so like the day in the province is like long. Compare here is very short. Like always busy people, like you know.
Oh, gardening or whatever you're
Yeah,
growing your
like
vegetables.
yeah, in
Yeah.
the province looks like it's a long day, but here like easy. When you wake up after you eat breakfast, it's all next is lunch again, something, and then
That's you.
and then next after you eating lunch, oh my gosh, it's dark now. Need to think what you want to, something like that. But yeah,
Filipinas, you're done with breakfast in about a half hour. She's like, "What are we gonna have for lunch?" It's like, "I don't know. I just got done eating breakfast."
yeah. As a mother, I always think about that one. What's our breakfast? What's our lunch, dinner, like that? Oh my gosh,
But they have good schools here in the village too, don't they?
good
For
school.
the kids,
Oh yeah, they have.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is there colleges here in the village or no?
No, no college
So
here.
no college, so they probably have to go to San Pedro from
Yeah, they're
here.
in the SM. They have a college there in the front of SM.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a PUP or Philippine University of the Philippines branch.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And they have also a what called as private
Private
also.
college.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they
So
have.
yeah, I mean, if anybody's interested thinking about it, look into the village. Maybe it's your cup of tea. I don't know, but
Yeah, it's nice
uh,
to stay in the village compared the crowded area because in the crowded area, early in the morning, like 4 o'clock, some are yelling na something like that, and then some are bad words to say, and some are didn't sleep from the night.
party.
Party, never like always day in the crowded area.
Well,
Remember that Ibon Bautista came here,
yeah,
and she's living there in the crowded area because her store is very nice there in the crowded area, like almost 24 hours open her sari store. But yeah, for her it's hard when you didn't sleep like 2 o'clock, and then when you sleep like 2 hours only, and then when you wake up because your neighbor is yelling na something like fighting because their wall is plywood, something like that, that kind of area.
right,
You cannot stay like that. The very you as a foreigner, you are you know rest when you stay like
right.
that kind of place.
But anyway, so that's what this little short video is about. It's just I just
Yeah.
wanted to bring it up because I've seen a lot of YouTubers talk about it over the time that I've watched.
Mm.
That what do you like, city girl, province girl? Oh, there's a third option of it. I call it the village girl. A lot of nice families here, and it's quiet. Most parts, it's quiet.
Mm.
Depends on what street you live on, I guess, too. If you get lucky or don't get lucky. But you have another option, the villages. And the villages, from what I've seen, the 9 and 10, is very nice. Yes, it can be noisy on the weekends sometimes, but that's a weekend. It's noisy everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's all I got to say about that. Anyway, I appreciate everybody stopping by, watch this video. God bless you all. Have a great
Yeah.
day, great night.
Thank you guys, and see you our next vlog.